Good evening. Welcome to the 2020 Sudan Hornet Athletic Awards. I'd like to start by saying thank you to certain groups. First off, the Booster Club for all your efforts and support that you gave us throughout the season. Also to our parents, thank you for trusting your children with us, for allowing us to coach them and work with them throughout the year. We know how valuable they are to you. Our administration and school board members, the absolute best group I've ever been around. To our faculty and staff for all that you do for each of these student athletes, and also to our cheerleaders and their sponsors, thank you for always cheering and encouraging our teams. I would like to also thank our coaches and their families for devoting so much time and effort to making our programs among the best in the state. Please bear with us this year as we navigate through this difficult time. We are in uncharted territory and want to do the best we can with the situation to still honor the accomplishments of our student athletes. This will be a condensed award ceremony, but our athletes worked hard for the accomplishments they achieved this year, and we want to do whatever we can to recognize each and every one of those achievements. At this time, Coach Lockhart will present the Girls Athletic Awards.
On behalf of the girls coaches staff, I would like to thank the parents and community for all their support this year, our administration, our school board, and just can't thank you guys enough for allowing your children to be in our stead. Our girls had a great year. Girls cross country finished second in district. They were regional qualifiers as a team. Our girls basketball was second in district, won the bi-district championship. And our girls powerlifting qualified two young ladies to the regional meet. Track, golf, tennis, as we all know, was cut short, but it looked like we had a chance for several athletes to advance to regional. And in track, we had a chance for several to advance to the state track meet. Our golf team seemed as though it may also advance to state. So let's take a moment and let's meet these young ladies. Cameron Gowen, basketball, tennis. Cameron was academic all-district in basketball. Mildred Medrano, basketball, track, tennis. Mildred was also academic all-district in basketball. Callan Netherland, basketball and golf. Callan was academic all-district in basketball. Callan was also our FCA Female Athlete of the Year. Yasmin Montez, basketball manager, tennis, academic all-district in basketball. Zoe Cantu, basketball, track, tennis, academic all-district in basketball. Danielle Davila, powerlifting, track, tennis. Jagan Nichols, basketball. Alora Thorne, cross country, powerlifting, track, tennis. Ali Baker, basketball manager. Addison Boeing, basketball and track. Sydney Cornelius, basketball, track, golf. Alex Gonzalez, cross country, track. Jorena Hernandez, powerlifting. Jorena was our FCA Servant Heart Award winner. Kara Pierce, basketball, track, tennis. Diana Basnat, basketball, track. Jaron Box, basketball, track, golf. Kinley Coker, basketball, track. Riley Edens, basketball, track. Kendall Edwards, basketball, track. Landry Gonzalez, basketball, track, golf. Victoria Leal, basketball, track. Elaine Martinez, cross country, basketball, track. Brianna Sanchez, cross country, basketball, track. Mercedes Trevino, powerlifting. Morgan Smith, golf. The following young women received post-district honors. Peyton Talbert, basketball, tennis. Academic all-district basketball, TGCA academic all-state basketball, and District 3 all-defensive team in basketball. Savannah Castillo, powerlifting, track, tennis. Savannah was a regional qualifier for powerlifting. Yahaira Martinez, cross country, track. Yahaira was a regional qualifier in cross country. Haley Flores, cross country, basketball, track, tennis. Haley was academic all-district basketball manager, regional qualifier for cross country. Olivia Montez, cross country, basketball, track, tennis. Olivia was a regional qualifier for cross country. Heidi Pignon, cross country, basketball, track. Heidi was academic all-district basketball and regional qualifier cross country. Lisette Satal, cross country, basketball, track, tennis. Lisette was regional qualifier cross country, academic all-district basketball, and the District 3 all-district team. Stevie Lockhart, cross country, basketball, track. Stevie was a regional qualifier cross country. She was academic all-district in basketball, the District 3 MVP for basketball, Texas Association of Basketball Coaches All-Region, Texas Association of Basketball Coaches All-State, Texas Girls Coaches Association All-State. Braylon Pointer, basketball, track. Braylon was academic all-district basketball, and she was District 3 all-district basketball team. Grayson Schultz, cross country, basketball, track. Grayson was a regional qualifier cross country. Grayson was academic all-district in basketball. Grayson was our District 3 newcomer of the year in basketball. Cambry Talbert, basketball, cross country, track. Cambry was a regional qualifier in cross country. Alyssa Castillo, powerlifting. Alyssa was a regional qualifier in powerlifting. As you can see, the Nets had a very successful year. We're extremely proud of their accomplishments. We wish we could have finished a school year. As I said earlier, I think we could have had quite a spring with these young ladies. We miss you guys. We're ready to get back to work and see what we can get in the 2021 season. Here's Coach Cornelius.
We had an outstanding this year on the boys' side. Very proud of the accomplishment these young men were able to achieve. Cross country started the year advancing to the regional meet as a team. Football went 11-1 with a district championship and a by-district championship. And basketball made the playoffs for the second consecutive year. I feel like golf, tennis, and track would have ended with multiple regional qualifiers and possibly even some state qualifiers. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to complete these seasons, but those young men represented Sudan well in the few opportunities that they had this year. I can't say enough about this group of young men. They set the bar very high for future Hornets, and what a time to be a Sudan Hornet. At this time, I'm going to present each boy what sport they competed in and also the awards that they achieved. Kobe Rodriguez, tennis. Jesus Huerta, tennis. Garrison Bowler, football, track, and golf. Isaac Gonzalez, football. Aaron Harper, tennis. Dakota Ryer, tennis. Carlos Alanis, tennis. Raul Alvera, tennis. Jordy Beller, football, basketball, and track. Academic all-district in football and basketball. Edgar Delgado, football manager and track. Javen Ferumpa, football, basketball, and track. Nathan King, football, powerlifting, and track. Antonio Limon, basketball and track. Michael Limon, football, basketball, and track. Isaac Montez, football manager. Eric Munoz, football, track, and tennis. Anthony Rodriguez, football, basketball, and track. Drew Carr, football and track. Isaiah Espinoza, football, powerlifting, and track. Delray Garza, basketball and track. Nick Gonzalez, football. Jose Madrid, football. Kobe Sperol, track. At this time, I will announce the post-district honors for the following athletes. Parker Batten, football, basketball, and tennis. In football, Parker achieved THSCA Academic All-State, First Team All-District Utility Player, and Academic All-District. Basketball, Parker was First Team All-District and Academic All-District. Parker was also our Sudan FCA Male Athlete of the Year. Damon Boyd, football, basketball, and tennis. Football honors were Second Team All-District Defensive Line and Academic All-District. Alex Conley, football and basketball. In football, Alex was Padilla Poe Second Team All-State Defensive Line, Texas Sports Writers Association Third Team All-State Defensive Line, Lone Star Varsity Super Team Defensive Line, District Defensive MVP, ASCO All-Star Selection, and Academic All-State, Academic All-District. In basketball, Alex was Honorable Mention All-District. Jesus Guerra, football, powerlifting, and track. In football, Jesus was First Team All-District Offensive and Defensive Line. Powerlifting, Jesus was Regional Qualifier. Josh Leal, cross country and basketball. Cross country, Josh was a Regional Qualifier. In basketball, Josh was First Team All-District. Beto Mendoza, cross country, football, basketball, and track. In cross country, Beto was a Regional Qualifier. In football, Beto was Padilla Poe Second Team All-State Wide Receiver, First Team All-District Wide Receiver. In basketball, Honorable Mention All-District. Christian Montez, football, basketball, and track. In football, Christian was Padilla Poe First Team All-State Quarterback. Associated Press and Texas Sports Writers Association Honorable Mention All-State Quarterback. District MVP, ASCO All-Star Selection, and Academic All-District. In basketball, Christian was All-Defensive Team. Adrian Sital, football. Associated Press and Padilla Poe Second Team All-State Offensive Line. Texas Sports Writers Association Honorable Mention All-State Offensive Line. Lone Star Varsity Super Team Offensive Line. First Team All-District Offensive Line. Brett Wilson, football and track. In football, Brett was Associated Press and Padilla Poe Second Team All-State Linebacker, Texas Sports Writers Association Honorable Mention Linebacker, Lone Star Varsity Super Team Linebacker, First Team All-District Linebacker, Honorable Mention All-District Tight End, and Academic All-District. Bodie Box, football, golf, and track. In football, Bodie was Padilla Poe Second Team All-State Wide Receiver, First Team All-District H-Back and Defensive Back, and Academic All-District. Callan Cannon, football and powerlifting. In football, Callan was Second Team All-District Running Back and Linebacker. Brian Davila, football. Brian was in football was Honorable Mention All-District Defensive Line. Beto Diaz, football and track. In football, Beto was Honorable Mention All-District Linebacker. Joe Lamone, football, basketball, and track. In football, Joe was First Team All-District Wide Receiver, Second Team All-District Defensive Back, and Academic All-District. Joe in basketball was Academic All-District. Rustin Penrod, football, golf, and track. In football, Rustin was First Team All-District Linebacker and Honorable Mention All-District Running Back, as well as Academic All-District. Lane Wilson, football, basketball, and track. Football honors include Padilla Poe Second Team All-State Defensive Back, First Team All-District Defensive Back, Second Team All-District wide receiver, academic all-district. In basketball, Lane was also academic all-district. Gabriel Cisneros, football, powerlifting, and track. In football, Gabe was second team all-district offensive line. Abram Rodriguez, football, basketball, tennis, and track. In football, Abram was second team all-district offensive line. Abram was also academic all-district. Josh Severa, cross country, football, basketball, and track. Josh was a regional qualifier in cross country. Cash Harden, cross country and basketball. Cash was also a regional qualifier in cross country. Truett Kirby, cross country, basketball, and track. Truett also qualified for regionals in cross country. Hunter Penrod, cross country, football, basketball, golf, and track. Hunter as well was on the team that qualified for regionals in cross country. Thank you. I would now like to announce our Athletic Booster Club Scholarship Award winners. Both these two individuals always represent Sudan with integrity and honor, both on and off the court or field. We always emphasize the student and student athlete, and I can't think of two that do it better than these two. So for our winners of the Athletic Booster Club Scholarship, Callan Netherland and Brett Wilson. Congratulations. At this time, it's my honor and privilege to announce our Hustling a Hornet Awards. We have two athletes that were able to represent Sudan for all 4 years of their career at the highest possible level. Not only do both these kids have the highest of character, they compete with class on and off the field, they also were always given 110% in every contest, practice, anything they were involved in. You could count on them bringing their A game. Our two Hustling Hornet Award winners are Peyton Tolbert and Christian Montez.